welcome to this training video where we're going to help to introduce you to the Loxone web interface that will allow you to operate your new boiler plant. The first thing that we need to be able to do is to be able to access the web interface. We'll put in our username, which will be admin, and then the password. And when we click connect, it should load up our script. So now we're inside our software. We can see our favorites page, which has all the key information put in one place for us. But you can see along the bottom we have this ribbon. It has 4 icons: favorites, central, systems and categories. So what we're going to focus on is our favorites page and our categories page. That will give us our full functionality. So let's start with our categories, which is the more comprehensive look. A lot of these categories just give us basic information. So we can see in alarms, we've got a fire alarm. Under hot water, we can see whether or not there is a demand for hot water from the 3 cylinders that are connected to the system. Under temperatures, we can see the various temperatures that are being measured by the system. Under boilers, we can see the status of the boilers. And we have the facility to be able to change which boiler is the lead boiler by simply pressing this button. Under heating, we can see that the boiler safety circuit facility is currently deactivated, and then we can see that the heating system currently has no demand because it has a set point of 0. It's inactive. We can see the mixing valve isn't doing anything, and we have a target temperature which is roughly the same as our outside air temperature at the minute. Take a quick look at pumps in a little more depth. You'll notice along the top here you've got the status of the pumps connected to the system, and here under the central category we have this pump changeover schedule. This is actually the schedule that dictates when the pumps will change over from, in this case, VT pump is leading pump number 2 this week. But when this changeover schedule is activated, this will change to number 1, as will all connected plant that requires a changeover. The reason that this schedule is included, it means that you can, if you wish, make this a daily changeover or monthly or whatever you choose. But generally speaking, it will be left untouched. As we scroll down, we can see that the pumps are categorized into their system. So we've got the heating system pumps here, the variable temperature pump that serves the radiator circuits. And we can see currently that that pump is in standby but healthy, and that both pump heads are in the stationary position. We can see that the lead pump this week is pump number 2, and if we press that button there, we can see that our lead pump would change to pump number 1. In the event of the pump head 2 failing this week, the system will automatically change it over to pump number 1, throw up a fault, so you'll be able to get somebody to come and tend to that for you. But in that event, this button will simply lock out and you won't be able to change the pumps from the software any longer. The same goes for the hot water. It's the secondary pump, the pump that takes the hot water out of the cylinders and around the building. That is a twin head pump in the hot water system, and you're able to change the primary lead pump for the domestic hot water secondary pump at this button here. We can see this pump is currently running, which is encouraging because it's enabled, and we can see that it's pump head number 1 that is leading and pump head number 2 is stationary. Down at the bottom there we can see we have the pool plant pumps. Of course, at the minute the pool plant is not connected to the system. Just popping out again, the next category that's got particular functionality within it that we can interface with is the controls category. And again we can see our time schedules up at the top here. As you move down again, it's categorized into the system that it's serving. So you've got the heating system, and you've got this heating eco set point, currently set at 22.5 degrees. This function allows you to dictate the outside temperature at which the heating system will not come in. So you can see 22.5 degrees, the heating system will automatically shut down. Under this same category we have the heating time schedule, which is the same as this icon here, which has been put at the top for your convenience. Moving down we have the hot water system. This is the set point at which the boiler will produce hot water in order to heat up the cylinders. That can be adjusted as required. And your time schedule again, which is at the top there for your convenience, and down at the bottom a similar arrangement for the pool plant. We're now going to take a look at our favourites page, which is the page that you will most likely use most of the time. This will be the page that pops up when we log in the first instance, and it contains pretty much everything that we need to be able to operate the system on a day-to-day basis, as well as to see whether or not the plant is in good condition. And you can see that by these icons. We've seen them in the categories section, but here they're pulled together. You can see boiler number 1, 3 and the domestic hot water boiler number 2 are all in a healthy condition. Your domestic hot water primary pump's healthy, its secondary pump is healthy, the pool CT pump set is healthy, and the VT pump set is healthy. Then we see these time schedules again for the domestic hot water, for the heating and for the pool, and 3 key temperature readings there for us to keep an eye on. But let's just take a brief look at how we go about setting a time schedule. When we click on the time schedule, we're greeted with this page, and we can select this area and it brings up the time schedule that's been programmed in. If we click on any particular day, it gives us the opportunity to be able to make an alteration, and you can see that this is set to be on all day. Well, if we deselect that slider, we can now see we've been given time options, so we can adjust the time to whatever time we wish, 6:45 or 11:15, and if we can see that that will affect days Monday through to Sunday. So when we click select, we can see that that has done exactly as we asked it to. Now if we want to change it back, all we have to do is click on it again and reinstate the all day. So that covers pretty much everything you'll need to know in order to be able to successfully operate and monitor your new boiler plant.